I'm a human being. I see the desperation and the situation. I also know that here's what I'm going to say. Period. And this is going to describe quite well where I'm coming from. To blame Jewish people for what Zion is doing is to blame everybody in the United States for what the United States government is doing. The apathy is widespread here. However, if you have not recognized the tools they are using, not only low wages and poverty, they are using drug pharmaceutical companies have anesthetized the population to the point you cannot even, some of these people can't even think anymore. All right, you've seen on TV some of these, woo, right? It's not fluoride in the water, folks, okay? It might be, I haven't done my research there. It might be, I'm sorry if I've offended thee. But it's beyond that. It's television, it's low wages, it's the media propaganda machine has convinced you that to question things is unpatriotic rather than that being the reality of patriotism, the responsibility of a patriot, a veteran, a United States citizen, or any member of globe Earth to question what are these people talking about? Why have I believed in a system that doesn't even really need to be? This is not necessary. Why do I feel as though I need to do the things that I do? These are the indoctrinated things in me. Here's the thing, and I do want to get to this in this video. Dang it, I'm 21 minutes. I hope you watch part 2, because here's where I'm really going with this. I was thinking about it this morning, and I've avoided really talking about religion and a lot of spirituality. I'm going to take a toke. Folks, grass helps the mind. It doesn't slow you down. Sometimes it can really be a benefit to people. I'm one of those people that does tend to calm my mind a bit. Help me focus, or maybe not focus. Maybe it's why I'm so distracted. Oh, I got it now. Okay. I'm going to keep going. Break this into 2 posts. Here's the deal. In relation to time, and anyway, um, here's what I was thinking of. And we know this, and I've been thinking about it, but I wanted to try to put it into words. This is what I want to think. In relation to time, we know that we really don't. Humanity, the time of humanity has only been but a spark. All right, whether or not you believe in that, you may believe in a more recent creation. You might believe in a creation that, whatever you might believe, it doesn't matter. But when I look at what I can believe in, I believe in, well, crap. I mean, if I really break it down to the whole, anyway, Jean-Paul Sartre. That's who I'm trying to think of. If I want to, existentialism. If I really want to break it down to Kierkegaard, yeah, those types of philosophies, then no. But here's what I'm going to stand on. I'm going to stand on some scientific respect, right? Some ideas that all the people that go to college aren't lying to me when they go out into the world and they do digging into the ground and they find fossils and they find archaeological artifacts of past civilizations and they find all these different things. I'm going to assume that not all of them have been given a degree in bullshit. All right. Also, astronomers, that they're not talking about when they look up into the sky and they look into the sky through telescopes, and the further that they're able to see literally into the past. They're able to measure points of space and time, right? And so I'm going to trust that they're not. Either I am the only consciousness on the face of this earth, and I'm sitting in a room right now tripping out. Or there's actually people out there that are, going to pay attention, that are watching, whatever. There's people out there that think too. Now, where that consciousness inside of me begins and ends, we have not yet begun to understand, have we? So that's quite a question as well. So don't try to think I'm putting, details to anything. It's all quite incredible. But in relation to time is what I'm trying to say. The human experience has been quite small. If anything, a spark. Okay, if you can't believe that, then maybe you can believe in the period of humanity, okay? There's literally people who believe the earth is like 6,000 years old. I'm sorry. But if you do, okay, we'll go with you. 6,000 years. Well, then your own life then is only a spark. But if you look at the reality that human time is really not even a concept, but the fact that we are here, the fact that we exist, the fact that my thought is here, my words are being spoken, and I am conscious of the moment, whatever that is. And I believe I had it yesterday, and it looks like I'm going to have it tomorrow. If I believe in these things, then I'm at least going to have to concede to the fact that the moment of now is quite remarkable. It's quite special. What am I doing with it? Am I slaving away at my job all day? I do. I work. I enjoy my job very much. I'm one of the few in the United States, in the world, honestly, that can say, I love what I do. I get to help people, to be honest with you, and it's, maybe I'm making more of it than but, I do. I get to help folks. Anyway, some of you know what I do. You've been around on the page for a while. I try not to, broadcast too much. Anyway, what I'm saying, folks, do not compromise the time that we have. In other words, I'm the carpe diem. When I was a teacher, I'll tell it to you this way. When I was a little kid, I was locked up in a drug rehab because my parents freaked out because I had been drunk a couple times and I had smoked some grass. I think is all I'd done at that time. I never really got into much else. Drinking and marijuana have always been my thing. Now, drinking don't work for me, and grass is a vice too that I'll break free of when it's time. Maybe sooner than later. But anyway, the point I'm making is when I was a little kid, I was locked up in Oklahoma City, a state in the United States that I will never step foot in since. And so be it. You couldn't drag my dead body through the state. I bet you it would get up and walk out. Wouldn't even go there. Nothing against you in Oklahoma. I love you to death, but it's just a personal feeling. I have some memories. Anyway, some terrible memories. Run away and all this. And anyway, I got to start at where I'm trying to tell you. So I went and I saw that movie, Dead Poets Society, if you haven't ever seen it. And it led me to become a teacher. And from that day forward, as a little bitty kid, I knew I was on the right track of the idea that every day is precious. That every day really does matter. And what are we doing with it? So I have found something that is working for me, and I'm going to end the video here pretty soon. But I have found something that's working for me, and it is this page, Free the People of Planet Earth. I've never felt so connected in my life, and I know that it has inspired a ton of people to join on. Yeah, the more the page grows, the better. The more the page grows, it's incredible to see. The messages that come in, the messages that go out, it's amazing. And the positive, positive, positive. I try to keep that tone going. And it goes back to the idea, I don't want the tone to start coming across anti anything. We're working for a goal, one simple goal, and that's why I keep a lot of distraction issues off the page. If you're offended, hey man, you didn't post my pro-gun or anti-gun post, it's because I get pro-gun, anti-gun posts. I'm not even going to go where I'm at, not right now. I'll be glad to tell, that to any time, but right now is not the time. But you know, right now I'm focused on one thing, and that's creating peace. And I believe in the path to peace. And I believe that is the passive resistance, a global passive resistance where we all can unify in one good voice. People are afraid of this unification of the world. They think, oh, there's that new world. No, we're talking about unification of people, not governments, right? Unify the people in a voice of peace. We can take out these governments. We can remove them. We can bring sense to the idea that people first. Take the lid off of your indoctrinated societal religious thinking, school government thinking, the whole job thinking, work, everything. There really is no sense, and we all know how much easier it could be if we had uh, a more barter type system, not this Federal Reserve money. We're sold, bought slaves. We're slaves. And until we see it and wake up and break those chains, how easy that will be. We're not going to win. So, I'll tell you what, I got an idea this morning. If everybody, apparently McDonald's did this new McBreakfast thing all day, and it's really expensive. Like this was a big deal for them. They had to install new ovens and shit. So Mick boycott their McBreakfasts, and you should have already boycotted their whole McShit. But boycott McDonald's McBreakfasts, so that costs them tremendously. At least do that. But I'm addicted to my McCrack pancake. Well, do this. Don't buy that crack. It's killing people. Diabetes, it's killing people and all these things, and they don't give a damn. But all the industry, and we're trying to attack that industry. Go buy your burger at mom and pop who cook real beef. Quit supporting them. Might take you another 5 minutes to have your burger your way, but it's come on up. But it's a healthier burger, and you're supporting your people. You're supporting friends. I will tell you, I'm not the best at these things. I am a hypocrite. There are days I buy my commercial products too. um, so we just got to work on it. None of us should be so radicalized that we are harming ourselves or something. There's times that we're gonna do whatever. I haven't stepped foot in a Walmart. I had to once. It was on a holiday or something like that. Everything was freaking closed, and I had to go in there to do something. It was money order or something. I don't remember. But anyway, in 10 years. But I haven't found a need to go in that damn shop. Anyway, so boycott the McBreakfasts and things. Make them pay for that one. Let that happen. Um, how big of a tangent did I go on? I'm going to break it down. Take the lid off of your indoctrinated. Become free. Take the lid off of your God. Take the lid off things. Live. Live, be free. And I don't mean to slam any type of, and I mean to be clear about this, any religious ideals. Those are the most beautiful things we should ever hold on to, hold on to your religions. Just don't impose them on others. Start to see one another. Did I? Yeah, I think I did ramble on a few things, and I didn't quite kind of clear them up. I think I was rambling on, but anyway, as far as Palestine from the river to the sea, that will happen. Can we have a multicultural area in that region? I believe we must. I believe we must. It must be a two-state solution-ish thing, whatever that might mean, is well beyond me. There have been better minds than me that have tried, or you, that have tried to put it together. Jimmy Carter, I'm gonna, as soon as I have a little bit of dough, which is gonna happen soon. Oh my gosh! I'm hoping to buy a couple of Jimmy Carter's books and begin to read them. I want to catch up on some notes, some history, some theory around what are some of the resolutions that have been attempted in the past. I know Itzhak Rabin was, if I'm saying that anywhere near correctly, was assassinated for even talking about these things. So be aware. Zion's quite serious, and they hate what I'm saying. They're probably, really not liking what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Sorry for all my friends who are offended. Okay. Um, So make your life matter. Take the lid off. Now, the last thing that has to be mentioned is this November 5th. If you are anything to do with Anon right now, what do we have? How many days? 20 something days. November 5th is creeping up. We got 29 days or something like that until November 5th and on. We got to get moving. If Denver, Colorado is as pathetic with the turnout as I have seen on some things, I mean, there's been some things we've done well. However, it's been still really too small. The police have been extremely aggressive. I'll just put it that way. Crimes have been committed against citizens. That's true. But if you don't know the footage, yeah. Anyway, the police officer who dumps his bike and gets all pissy about it and takes people to jail. A little riot he decides to have on the people. And the police join in. Rah! Let's attack. Anyway, remember, Anonymous is a movement of justice and peace and rights. You see, in the United States, those police lines do not have a right to stand in front of us. That's a constitutional thing, man. When we're ready to say, hey, this is not meeting the happiness of the people for the people, then we have the right to dissolve their leadership and it's happening. If you aren't aware that the revolution has begun, please be aware. I am in touch with beautiful people, and people are moving. There's some that I really love, and yet I don't completely agree with everything, but I know what they're doing is right, and I'm in support of what it is, the LaRouche. But there's many more. Then there's those that I am 1,000% in the pocket of, man. I mean, Code Pink, what you guys do is brilliance. Things like that. There's causes I believe in. I'll always put out there. Please support and help us support Aisha. The financial aid that has been going to that has been put to great use and is continuing to be put to incredible uses. So things are happening there. I'm going to cut it at 40. That's a 20-minute and 20-minute video. I hope you stuck around. I think a lot of things were said that were worth hearing. November 5th, Anonymous. If you haven't got yourself some masks, folks, then make one. This one back here was paper mache made by a loyal sister who knows exactly what things are about. Has done nothing but provided me with truth and truth and truth, and has fought the battle despite the conflict. Even within the anonymous ranks, which we all know if you're part of, has happened. I'm begging for the old timers to get back involved. I know apparently the history of Anonymous. I'm going to cut it right here. Everybody, November 5th, get on the streets, put on some sort of a faux mask. If not, then a Guy Fawkes mask. If not, then don't wear a mask. Fine, come out. Support the world. It's time. November 5th, you have to get the message out. Help us spread the message. Join us. Peace, everybody. Remember, that's our ultimate goal. Passive resistance. That's what it's about. All right. I don't speak for Anonymous. I'm just, I subscribe to the idea, which is all that Anonymous is. It's an idea within us, an idea for justice, which does demand that we are accountable, and it does very much require that we begin to investigate and research. That's the responsible part. Goodbye, everybody. 40 minutes and 5, 10. Bye.